Hey Liz, I was thinking about our upcoming kayaking trip and wanted to go over some important communication details to avoid any misunderstandings. Over the years, I've seen many accidents happen because of poor communication.
Absolutely. Sam, it's crucial we have clear communication. What do you think we should start with?
Let's start with the formal briefings. At the beginning of the trip, we need to make sure everyone understands the nature of the river, the hazards, and their roles. For example, we'll need to clarify who is carrying rescue equipment and what signals we'll use.
That makes sense. How about confirming understanding during the briefing? Sometimes people might be distracted or nervous, and it helps to ask questions to make sure they get it.
Yes, exactly. For instance, after explaining what to do if someone falls in, you could ask, Eric, if you see a swimmer, who does the chase boating? It helps ensure everyone is on the same page.
Great idea. In less formal situations, it can be tricky because roles aren't always clear. We might need a more subtle approach, like asking, hey, just so there's no confusion, what signals do you use?
Right, or I've brought a first aid kit. Who's carrying the split paddles? This way, we make sure everyone knows their responsibilities without making it feel too formal.
And if you're not feeling well or need more support, you could say something like, I'm feeling a little off form today. I'd feel a whole lot better if we buddied up. It's important everyone feels comfortable speaking up.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the signals. A clear set of hand and paddle signals is vital, especially since it's hard to hear on the river. Each signal should have a specific meaning and be visually distinct.
Yes, and everyone should use the same signals. We should keep them to a workable number, like no more than 4, unless we paddle regularly together.
Acknowledging signals is crucial too. When you receive a signal, you should repeat it to confirm you understood it. It helps pass the signal to others and confirms you got the message.
Definitely. And remember the 2 fail-safes. No signal, no move, and always point away from the danger. These rules help prevent misunderstandings.
Let's go over the 4 basic signals we should use and when to use them.
Sure. First is stop. You hold your palm upright and motionless. It can mean to get to the nearest safe eddy or hold your position. Use this when you need everyone to stop moving for safety reasons or to regroup.
Next, one person TO come down. You hold one finger upright followed by a beckoning action. Only one person leaves the eddy to paddle the rapid at a time. This is used when a section is tricky and needs to be navigated one paddler at a time to avoid congestion and potential accidents.
Then, go more left or more right. You extend your hand or paddle motionless in the intended direction. It helps paddlers stay on line, and you can add urgency with a short jabbing motion. Use this when guiding others through a specific route or away from hazards.
Finally, everybody come on down. You raise your fist with your elbow at a right angle and move it up and down. Everyone follows the lead paddler, keeping a suitable distance between each other. This is used when it's safe for the whole group to proceed.
There are also a couple of additional useful signals. Put your boat over there, where you point to a paddler and then to the intended location. It helps position paddlers correctly. Use this when directing someone to a specific spot for safety or strategic positioning.
And come to me, where you pat your head. It means the designated paddler should join the lead paddler. If no one is designated, the next paddler comes down. Use this when you need a specific paddler to join you for inspection or support.
Don't forget sound signals. A single whistle or shout means look this way, and continuous whistling or shouting means someone is in serious trouble. Use the single whistle to get attention for important visual signals and the continuous whistle for emergencies.
Also, while mobile phones and radios can be helpful, they aren't always reliable in river gorges or wooded valleys. We shouldn't rely on them completely.
Agreed. This conversation has been really helpful, Sam. I'm feeling much more prepared now. Let's make sure to review this with the rest of the group before our trip.
And now that we've covered general communication and signals, let's move on to a crucial part of our rafting trip, briefing our novice raft crew. This initial briefing is our chance to set the tone, gain their confidence, and turn them into a responsive and cohesive team in a short time. This is where our professionalism, people skills, and ability to empathize with beginners come into play.
Absolutely, Sam. It's so important to be thorough and approachable. We need to remember that some people might be experiencing whitewater for the first time, and that can be pretty intimidating.
Exactly. Let's break it down step by step. We'll start with the pre-trip briefing. After introducing ourselves, we need to gather some critical information about our crew and address individual or group needs. This includes checking if everyone has signed the participation agreement forms, assessing their swimming ability and confidence around water, and ensuring no one is under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Anyone with an impaired state of consciousness shouldn't go rafting.
Right. And for those less confident, positioning them towards the rear of the raft or even in the middle as non-paddling participants can help. We also need to be aware of any medical conditions or injuries. It's crucial to carry any essential medication for the crew throughout the trip.
That's a good point. And since some crew members might not want to disclose medical conditions publicly, we should provide an opportunity for them to inform us privately. This information should be communicated confidentially to other guides and support crew as it could be vital in an emergency.
We should also brief them on what personal items to bring or leave behind. For instance, let's talk about glasses and contact lenses. Wearing glasses on rapids can be risky due to potential facial injuries, but not wearing them could impair their vision and safety. Contact lenses are generally better, but if they wear glasses, we should ensure they have a retainer.
Agreed. And environmental considerations are also important. In colder climates, they should wear appropriate thermal layers in addition to the rafting gear. In warmer conditions, sunscreen and hydration are crucial. However, no sunscreen on foreheads to avoid it getting in their eyes, and none on the backs of their legs to prevent slipping in the raft.
Personal effects like jewelry and valuables should be left behind, and any clothing or footwear should be securely fastened. Now, let's talk about the actual raft safety briefing. It's best if each guide briefs their crew individually to ensure better understanding and responsiveness.
Right. The briefing should be organized and cover the introduction of equipment, paddling commands, and safety procedures. We'll start by pointing out the features of the raft, like the safety perimeter line, carrying handles, and foot straps. We'll highlight potential risks, like getting entrapped in the perimeter line or thwarts, and how to avoid straining limbs in the foot straps.
Balancing the raft according to weight and power is crucial too. We'll have to demonstrate proper seating positions, where they should sit on the outside tube and brace their feet and legs to prevent falling out. A dry land exercise where they sit, brace, and lean out can help gauge their positioning.
Next, we'll introduce the paddles, explaining the T-grip, shaft, and blade. Emphasizing that the T-grip should always be covered is essential to prevent injuries. We'll practice all the paddling commands extensively on dry land before hitting the water.
For paddling commands, we'll teach them forward and hard forward for different levels of effort, backward for reverse motion, and combination commands like left back/right forward for turning. The stop command is critical for immediate halts.
Then, the safety commands like hold on, get down, and jump left/jump right are essential. We'll show them how to grip the perimeter line, tuck their chins, and adopt the correct brace positions. For jump left/right, we'll explain the movement and ensure they understand the importance of covering the T-grip.
For swimmer situations, we'll teach the 3 golden rules. Stay calm, never stand up in moving water, and always listen to the guide. We'll cover the buddy system for quick rescues and demonstrate how to pull a swimmer back into the raft.
Exactly. We'll also practice reach rescues with the T-grip and defensive swimming positions. Demonstrating the throw bag rescue from the raft is vital, and we'll explain that if necessary, we might need to paddle powerfully to aid a swimmer.
Self-rescue scenarios are also important. We'll show them how to swim to an eddy and get out of the water if possible, then wait for a guide or kayaker. And we should prepare them for potential multiple swimmer situations, combining various rescue methods.
Finally, we'll summarize everything, confirm their understanding through questions and demonstrations, and give them a chance to ask questions. This way, we ensure everyone feels prepared and confident before we hit the water.
That sounds comprehensive, Sam. With clear, organized communication and practice, we can make sure our crew is ready for a safe and enjoyable rafting experience. Let's go over this plan with the other guides to make sure we're all on the same page.